Clan of Dawn for game number 2, where Malaysia can send Vietnam home or Vietnam can equalize here. Chiku guys on the Gushin. Again, that Paquito from Moon going to the mid lane. That's definitely going to be the highlight lane for me. I want to see what Moon can do in the mid lane on that Paquito. Up against Nart and Need My Help. The Paquito will have, I think in terms of lane wave clear, it does actually win out here. And look at that damage already. Oof. From Moon towards Nart, taking Nart down to a quarter of HP.
Maybe they want to, do some fast rotation in the early here because they have this Paquito, right? To clear the minion. Sun and Chiku wants to really maximize the potential from the early damage that Chiku guys has with this Gushin.
Looking at it again here. Bottom side, Momo. Oh, top side, Formay is going to be caught here as Joga jumps in with the damage of the Valentina. Has the Black Dragon form as well, and Formay will fall to the hands of Joga. First blood over to Team Vietnam as Malaysia try their best to look for a trade in that gold lane. Finds everything. Chiku, guys, with the fast hand play to get the kill over to Nart. 1 for 1. And Malaysia are looking to convert onto the gold turret.
When you play Gushin, it means that you really have to very super active, right?
Yep.
With the ultimate, with the dagger as well, with the sword spike here. So if you cannot connect the sword spike into your enemy, it's gonna be a little bit disaster. The combo one goes perfectly for the Gushin.
We'll see if he is going to be able to find that here. Moon jumps in with a knockout strike. Nart is still able to get out there. A lot of damage placed in, but it's just to bait the Cult Ulter out. Yums doesn't have a Divine Judgment. It's actually going to be Joga who pulls Yums back, but Moon jumps in as well with the jabs. Now the Black Dragon form from up in the XP lane as Chiku joins back in. Nart going to be taken down, slain. Formay jumps onto Joga, dishing some damage, and that's a Divine Judgment over to the King for Chiku to pick up a double kill. For them to lead here early on, 3-1.
Wow. Look at that Malaysia playstyle, When they try to, going in and out, buying some time to make sure the cover and the cover coming from the top lane here. This is what makes Malaysia actually quite powerful because they know they can play with the timing here. Ooh.
That style of play reminds me of a certain someone.
Kinda smart, though.
Kinda smart, You know who it reminds me of, Momo-chan?
What is it?
The crazy just go in, Donnie. So that's like a boom bang bada bing moment, right? It's like,
hold up.
Hold up.
Hold up.
But yeah, let's talk a little bit about the game. Again, Momo-chan, Yums here, waiting in the midst. Doesn't have the Divine Judgment, so he decides to just go for some damage. But now it is up to Malaysia to play it slow again, wait for those neutral objectives. But honestly, looking at Malaysia, even if they go for the crazy fights with this lead, kind of good.
Yeah, but now the tempo a little bit slow down here. Meanwhile, there's gonna be a rotation coming from Malaysia and the Divine Judgment connect, and look at that Nart. Of course, he won't survive.
So much damage onto him. The viewer's passion as well. Yum's gonna be hooked there by the Divine Judgment. It's just the roamer for the roamer. It should actually be worth it for Vietnam as Nart is 0-3. Meanwhile, Yums, that's his first death. More gold over to Vietnam.
And Moon trying to giving some poke damage here in the mid lane, but I'm off in the connect, and Moon! Look at that! The Gross Blaster calling from Need My Help, and Moon's still able! No! Oh my god, because there's a follow-up coming from Nart with the Soul Bloom.
That was so good by Vietnam. The initial pull by the I'm Offended with the flicker by the King, and the instant response, the follow-up from Need My Help on that Shadow Stampede. Basically rendering Moon's flicker completely useless as they try to put some more pressure down below in the gold lane, where Momo has been free farming. Tries his best to clear out the waves. Will be able to do so here with a 1-level lead as he takes Nart down so low. And meanwhile on the top side, it's a 3-man gank over in that XP lane for a kill to go over to Malaysia. Moon though gonna fall again right as he respawns in that mid lane.
Yeah, I know, right? And the 5 minutes over right now for both of the teams. We've seen that a lot of trade. They're coming from different lanes here. One really focused on the top lane. Meanwhile, Momo in the bottom lane almost shut down this Nart. Maybe he has a a huge basic damage with this Erythel because, you know, again and again, Malaysia, they keep giving up space for Momo, but meanwhile, Formace trying to survive with the Black Dragon form here, trying to run away from member for Vietnam in the top lane.
That's a good disengage by Malaysia, but they do give over the position to Vietnam. Yum's now caught. He's trying his best to open it up for Chiku, guys, but it is going to be a free turtle over to Vietnam. Yums and Moon caught once again. Need my help on the Shadow Stampede, bringing Moon back. Moon going to be slain here by the King, as in that bottom side river. Chiku, guys, has already positioned himself in a very, very good flank. He's looking for some damage. Need my help. Finds him with a Shadow Stampede. Chiku, guys, jumps out, but he's going to be caught in the circling eagle. Chiku getting the HP back, but it's going to be Hehehe who finds the kill onto Yums. There's another Shadow Stampede with a flicker now. Momo forced to pop that sprint defensively, and it is Vietnam equalizing in the 6th minute of the game.
Oh my god, now Vietnam, I feel that they already find their tempo right now in the 6 minutes game. But the thing is, they really have to be careful with Momo because they didn't make any rotation towards the bottom lane. Okay, I would just say it, but now they're going to do it. With the Rainers up at connect to the Formace and the Nords already being solved with the Circling Eagles connect to Yums. But the problem is Formace, he didn't realize there's more member who is hiding inside the bush just now.
He really didn't. You know, Formace got caught, and again, Vietnam, they've established a lead here in terms of kills. Still equal in gold. Moon, though, again, going to be caught there. Still is able to jump out. The King not going to use that I'm Offended, but they will try to siege this mid lane turret with one turret, with one minion. It's an amazing Divine Judgment over to Yums there, and that's an instant delete. The snipe here from Hehe not connecting. Chiku, guys, trying his best to zone and to defend this mid lane. As Malaysia are looking for a counter setup, Moon jumps in, opening up that side of the map for Maze. Now with Black Dragon 4, finds the Petrify onto 2, and it's Hehe and Nart. Chiku instantly with a follow-up here as the King is trying to run away with the flicker. Gets out to the top side, tier 2. And Malaysia, once again, are able to take that gold lead back into their hands. Joga, though, with the Black Dragon form, popping it instantly, not finding the rotation he wanted to.
Okay, and now there's some information that actually Joga has. Malaysia, they keep giving the counter back, you know, the counter threat back here coming from Malaysia. And the problem is if Vietnam, they cannot dominate too fast here because Todak, now they already secure the middle turret here. Meanwhile, there's gonna be a 4-1 formation from both of the teams, which is there's gonna be a split push, there's gonna be some distraction because we already seen that Momo have done it before in the top lane before the team fight in the middle.
Uh-oh, Yums though, here with Divine Judgment. Joe going to be pulled back to the tier 1. Moon still able to escape. Formace now with the Black Dragon form, looking for that re-engage as Chiku, guys, jumps in! Onto Hehe, completely on point, onto the man who can deal out the most damage. Formace in the midst of it all right now as Momo jumps in with a sprint and the ultimate to gun them down.
Look at the heavy
It's a double kill for the side of Todok's, Malaysia's Todok here. And it is Momo who's absolutely insane.
It's really, the timing is so perfect for Momo. And look at that. Again and again, Malaysia, they hold Vietnam here with only one initiation coming from Formace with the Black Dragon form. He knows that actually there's no another altar because it's already being used. And it's the timing from Momo when he comes. He just swept up everyone.
It's a good bait, and it was such a good execution on the team fight. Chiku found that little gap between the marksman and the roamer. Mundo going to be caught in the I'm Offended and the Divine Judgment. Pulled back, but he still gets out for a bit before Yums tries to help him out and gets himself in the crossfire here. Momo, though, jumps in again, dealing a whole lot of damage. The Cold Ulcer plays down. Yums still surviving here. Yums is still alive with the backup, and he buys enough time for the rest of the members to come down on Vietnam. The snipe for Hehe not connecting, but Chiku finding the first ability on towards Hehe, who's still able to get out. There's not much more commitment, and they will just jump over to the Lord.
Yep, and now it's gonna be a free Lord for Malaysia because 3 members from Vietnam has been shut down. And let's take a look to the item that Malaysia has. 8.7k gold in the hand of Momo. Meanwhile, Hehe is struggling to get and even trying to catch up from the gold here. Meanwhile, Vietnam, they try to clear the minion as soon as possible because even though the Lord hasn't shown up, but the thing is, they don't want to let Malaysia to secure more objective turret here because they already have 5 turrets in the hand of Malaysia.
Nart again opening up that side of the map as Malaysia takes control of this Lord. Looking for some base turrets this time around. We usually know that the value of the first Lord, the value you can find usually is just the tier 2s, but I think right now Malaysia definitely has the lead, enough of that lead to go for more. The King stopping Yums from going in to find that Divine Judgment. Malaysia trying their best to shove in the waves in the bottom side and in the mid lane. Meanwhile, that top lane is just slow pushing into Vietnam's base. As Vietnam waits patiently for the siege to collapse onto them, Momo tries to go in, micromanaging Yums, jumps in with the Divine Judgment, finds the King, and it's an instant engage for the side of Malaysia. Momo gets Divine Judgment as well, but it's going to be Moon who jumps in to deal so much damage, and Chiku bursts Nart down to very low HP. Lord still going to be cleared out by Vietnam, only a base turret taken down by Malaysia as they look for more, but it's Vietnam with a solid defense.
The problem is Malaysia, they also cannot force themselves to force the team fight in the mid lane. They have to wait for the minions comes in now in the mid lane, and Vietnam, they don't have much ability. Look at that, the sword spike connects, and hey, it's gonna be the first target here. Meanwhile, Vietnam, they're still trying to defend their base, and now Malaysia, they have to go back a little bit. Meanwhile, Yums finally been shut down by Need My Help. And now Vietnam they still want to chase them away. They don't want to give a chance. They don't want to make Formace able to stay alive, but they don't want to force it as well. So one of the teams, they have to reset it again and again, even though Malaysia are still be able to hold, to help by Vietnam here. But the problem is they don't have the best turret in the mid lane and of course in the top lane.
It's constantly going to be pushing down towards Vietnam now, but you could see that fight. It gave them a little bit more momentum and a little bit more gold to play around.
I just feel that Chiku, guys, this guy...
He's crazy! He jumps in 1v5 under the base. He just uses the winner's truncheon. He expects his team to follow up, and they did, but it did not work in the end. Now Moon... They are 3 members strong. There's not a lot of follow-up here. Moon going to be taken down with the Circling Eagle and the Blue.
Look at
now Formace jumps in the midst of it all. Has the Petrify, but will not use it just yet with the Divine Judgment placed onto him. Jumps in with the Fierce Dive and the Petrify. Momo comes in as well. Formace chasing Hehe down as Momo chases Nart down. The King as well. It's just all the battles happening everywhere simultaneously, but on different parts of the map. But this is Malaysia's playground. This is what they like to go
Meanwhile,
for. Momo does not care about what's going on the other side. He goes for the base.
Oh my god.
And with Need My Help, solo here trying to defend, it does not seem like it's going to be enough. Malaysia with the final kill onto Need My Help wipes out Vietnam and